Hi everyone, my name is Mary Beth. Welcome to my channel. So today is Wednesday, April 22nd, and I decided to do a new moon reading. And so for Twin Flames, I'm going to figure out what the themes are because it is a new moon in Taurus. And so I decided to do kind of like an astrology reading here. So what I'm looking at, I'm using the Moon Oracle cards for my main reading. I'm seeing what's happening for the new moon in Taurus. And then also I'm pulled some cards that have to do with the themes of this time. And then I pulled a few astrology cards as well. And then just like one question to kind of ask yourself. So let's just get started. Okay, so what are the themes? What are the themes of this new moon in Taurus for Wednesday, April 22nd? So this was reversed. So we have one ring circus, and that is reversed. We have fairies. We have isolation, which is reversed. We have cheetah. Hopefully this glare isn't. We have Bethany. And we have awakening. Beautiful. Okay, so these are the themes that we have for the new moon in Taurus at this time. So let's start with one ring circus. So for some of you, you're thinking that you're kind of on your own doing this journey. No one's helping you. You're doing all the work. So let's just say you feel like you're really working on yourself and that you're giving and towards this relationship, and the other person is not giving or doing any of the work, kind of like that martyrdom feeling. So what's going to happen is that is going to either be exasperated during this time. That will be, yeah. It's going to happen where you're going to feel more so at this time, or you're going to realize this about yourself and say to yourself, okay, let's really figure this out and what's happening here, because there is, and I know I say this on every video, but there is an illusion going on here where you think your divine masculine isn't doing the work, and they actually are. You just can't see it because you're looking at a particular timeline, and so you don't really see what's really happening. And plus you're in separation, so you really can't see what's happening behind the scenes. So I know that's why you guys watch readings to try to figure it out. So this is where you'll come to terms where, yes, my divine masculine is working on themselves, and they're putting as much work into this connection as I am. And so that is one theme that's coming up for the new moon in Taurus. So again, either you're going to feel this way more so, or you're just going to come to terms that, even though I've been feeling this way, it's that part of me is starting to heal, and I'm starting to realize that we're in this together, that we share a soul, an oversoul, and that when I work towards this connection, my divine counterpart is also working towards this connection, and you will see more signs and synchronicities of that happening. Okay, the next card we got is fairies. And it says you have a strong bond with the fairies, and your life purpose involves helping Mother Nature. Yep. So another theme of this new moon in Taurus is that a lot of you are going to be more connected to nature. Perhaps some of you are working with, Mother Earth in such a way where it could be anything. It could be sustainability. It could be just recycling. It could be, gardening. It could be just giving light to the earth, whatever it is that you feel your purpose is when it comes to Gaia, Mother Nature. This one says you have a strong bond with the fairies. So that might have to do with gardening, anything to do with, planting seeds or, just being in nature. Okay, and then the next card you got is isolation, which is reversed. So what this tells me, which is really good that it's reversed, is kind of like the same thing as this one, where like maybe you're feeling kind of rigid towards your divine masculine, perhaps cold, kind of like, kind of iced them out, kind of like, I'm done. I have no feelings towards you anymore, kind of iced your feelings towards them. And so you're coming out of this. That is another theme for the new moon in Taurus, that you're coming out of this because it's reversed. And so you see how, the person has tears. It's almost like they're allowing themselves to melt. They're allowing the ice to melt. They're allowing that icy exterior to come down, that whole wall that they had up, they're allowing this wall to come down. And so that is another theme that is going to be happening for the new moon in Taurus, where you are going to feel a bit more compassion for your divine counterpart. Okay, the next card you got is Cheetah. It says, a decision once made will be followed by unwavering action. So it looks like also another theme is that many of you will just make this decision of, you know what, I'm going for it. This is what I came here to do. This is a journey that I'm not going to give up on, and you will be unwavered in your action, which is beautiful. Then the next card you got is Bethany, and it says, when you take excellent care of yourself, everybody benefits. Give yourself a relaxing treat today, such as a massage, sea salt bath, or pedicure. Right, so it looks like another theme for the new moon in Taurus is that you're going to be taking better care of yourself. So whatever that means to you, whatever, if that means getting more, giving yourself more massages or salt baths or pedicures, or which I know is kind of hard to do during these times, but hopefully, that will change. But anyway, whatever it is that you do to benefit yourself, care for yourself, nourish yourself, that will be a theme during, this time, which is a good, 2 weeks. I should say the new moon is one day, of course, but it's kind of like it lingers for like a period of a couple of weeks before the full moon. And I'll actually do like a full moon reading when that comes. But like this is kind of like a 2-weeker like theme that will be happening after the new moon. Okay. And then the next card you got is Awakening. It says energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. So that's another theme that is happening for this new moon in Taurus, is that many of you will be awakening, and you are getting these light codes that are being sent to you, and you're open to it. And you can kind of see this woman getting the light codes. Usually happens when you're asleep. I don't know. It could happen when you're consciously awake. I don't know, but I think I hear that it happens when you sleep. And so, in a way, so get these energetic upgrades, and this awakening is going to, yeah, and see how like it's almost like you can see the moon here, where the moon is starting to crescent. So as the moon starts coming back a little, you'll notice yourself going through some sort of awakening, is what I'm getting. All right, and then before we go into the main reading, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the astrology. So what I picked was Mercury in Libra in the 3rd house. And so what this talks is, so Mercury is all about communication. It's all about analyzing. It's about like using your mind to tell you how to do things, having an awareness. And Libra is all about balancing out the scales. It's about relationships, it's about having balance in relationships. It's about beauty, right? It's about partnerships and, cooperation. So Libra is all about, like, again, balancing out the scales. And the 3rd house is all about like your ideas. It's about short-term thinking. It is about trips. It's about ideas mostly, though. They say it's about making the right connections as well. So anyway, so what I'm getting here, so Mercury in Libra in the 3rd house. So this is about balancing out the scales in your partnerships, but, really analyzing that, communicating that, having an awareness of that, having an awareness of balancing out the scales in your relationships. And it's about your ideas around it. So it's about really analyzing your ideas, about analyzing your short-term thinking. It's about analyzing like your connection with your divine masculine, seeing the beauty of it, asking yourself how to balance it out. It's about balancing out your own divine feminine, your own divine masculine energies to help balancing it out in the physical. And, it's about cooperation and making a balanced decision. Okay, so that is another theme for this new moon in Libra. All right, so now let's get into the reading. So the first card you got is Full Moon in Fire. So that says recognition. So it looks like many of you during this time will either receive recognition or maybe like feel like you are getting some kind of recognition, some kind of creativity. something to do with some kind of work that you put in, you're going to get recognized. So that is something that might happen during this time for some of you. This is a collective reading, but for some of you, there is some kind of recognition, or at least you'll have some recognition of like some of the fruits of your own labors where you're like, wow, I put all this work into it, and now there's some kind of completion here, and other people will appreciate this too. And then the next one you got is last quarter waning water moon, and that is called manipulation. And so this is all about having some kind of manipulation when it comes to your emotions. So it's almost like you come to this awareness of what your thoughts have been. So let's say they've been quite negative about your twin flame. It's almost like you come into this new moon in Taurus and you're like, you know what? I feel like I need to, really go deep, deep, deep into my, subconscious mind. I need to reprogram myself. It's almost like a manipulation where you're like, I need to deprogram myself. I know I'm programmed to think this way, and I'm programmed to think this way of what relationships should look like. And now I need to reprogram to look at it this way. I need to spend more time with myself. I need to treat myself right, and then that will be manifested outside of me. And it's almost like a manipulation is what I'm getting. This is what they're telling me. So it's almost like you have to like manipulate your own emotions because you're so used to being stuck in that same like maze, in that same almost like a hamster wheel where you're just constantly on this wheel of the same type of emotions that don't seem to go away, and it doesn't really get you anywhere. You're on this wheel. And so it's almost like you have to manipulate your own emotions into like a deprogramming of a unconditional love for yourself and for your twin flame. The next card you got is Fountain. So this looks a lot like the Ace of Cups. It's like where your cup is overflowing. See the fountain? It is a fountain, but it's almost like your cup is overflowing. Again, this has a lot to do with creativity, self-love. And so this is another theme that is going on for the new moon in Taurus, where, you will be doing something or creating something or giving birth to something that has a lot of creativity. You put a lot of, thought into it, a lot of emotion, and your cup is now overflowing. And and then again, this could, because it came underneath the recognition. So maybe you've already been working on something or some other kind of creativity, and now you're being recognized for it. But that's what I'm getting. But also it also could be love. So something to do with like, your cup is overflowing, okay, during this time. And the next card you got is Bouquet. So this is like so much like the Lover's card. So for some of you, this could mean actual physical union during this timing of the new moon. Between the new moon and the full moon, it looks like some of you will be getting into union with your twin flame in the physical. And then for some of you, this could just mean, you're having like a partnership with the divine, or a partnership with their higher selves, like you're building something where it's positive. Like this didn't come out as reverse, so this is a positive thing where you're building something where you are working towards this union with your divine counterpart. Okay, so that's what I'm getting with this. So either way, this could be energetically, this could be spiritually, it could also be in the physical. Okay, it just depends. This is, I'm reading for the collective right now. All right, and then we got Gaia. Okay, and so Gaia. So this talks about Gaia with this particular deck. What they say about Gaia is that they're saying there's something that you created that perhaps others maybe didn't agree with, or maybe there's something manifesting that maybe others didn't agree with. And sometimes that is your twin flame, right? Because sometimes you have family and friends that are so against, I can't tell you how many people that I hear, they're so against that twin flame journey, right? And so it's like Gaia just protects what she loves. I mean, she is like the ultimate protector of everything she loves, and she will do anything, sometimes go overboard, to protect her love. Whatever she created, whatever she loves, whomever she loves, she goes out of her way to protect. And so they're asking you to find this in yourself. So whatever it is you love and adore and, unconditionally love, they're asking you to hold that true to you. Don't let anyone stand in your way. Don't let anyone talk you down. Don't let anyone try to talk you out of it. You stand in your power, and you know in your own intuition what is right, what is true, and you fight for that. You don't put your guard down. Okay. And then Gaia is also the Libra season, which is funny because we pulled out Libra here. So what that's telling me is that maybe for some of you, this could come into fruition during the Libra season, which would be October. So perhaps whatever creativity, it doesn't have to be about your twin flame union. It could be a creativity. It could be something you're giving birth to. It looks like something will come to fruition, or some kind of recognition or reward would probably happen in October during the Libra season. Okay, for some of you, not all of you. And then the last card I pulled, and I pulled this book because I like that it gave me some songs. But it's funny, we also got partnership here. So again, I'm feeling very strongly that during this new moon in Taurus, I think for some of you, you are going to be into physical twin flame union. Okay. And so partnership is all about, again, balance, trusting in your relationship with your twin flame. Okay. And it's about trusting and like just knowing that, that this is for the highest good. And just, when I say trust, like not only are you trusting the process, you're trusting the divine, but you're trusting your twin flame no matter what in this, instead of questioning, which I know that can happen once you're in union, you're not questioning your twin flame, okay? Instead, what you're doing is you're cultivating that in yourself. So anything that you're questioning, cultivate in yourself. Cultivate that love, that nourishment, that unconditional love. Like whatever you want from a relationship, you're cultivating that in yourself. Whatever it is you need from a relationship, you're giving that to yourself. You are giving everything you need from a relationship to yourself. And as you're doing that, you are attracting your highest self in another body. So that's how that works, okay? And so when you become your highest version and you're giving everything you need to yourself, everything you could possibly need, whether you have no voids in yourself, that is when you attract the highest version of yourself in your twin flame. But if you're seeking outside of yourself, you don't trust your twin flame, you're questioning your twin flame, you're wondering what the heck happened in the past. Now you're not at your highest version, and therefore you're attracting a not so high version of your own twin flame. Okay, so that is another theme of this new moon in Taurus. And so just make sure you, again, trust your twin flame no matter what. Because when you trust your twin flame and you trust yourself and you give everything you need to yourself, that is the ultimate partnership. Now, I like this book because what I'm being told is that if you hear these songs, this is from your twin flame. So we have Dance of the One from Remembrance, Joe Cocker's You Are So Beautiful, Aerosmith, I Don't Want to Miss a Thing, Bryan Adams, Everything I Do It for You, from Robin Hood, Michael Bolton, Forever Isn't Long Enough, and Now That I've Found You, from Time, Love, and Tenderness, and Kenny Loggins' Sweet Reunion from Leap of Faith. So if you hear any of these songs on the radio or in your head, because sometimes I know I do, I get songs in my head, just know this is from your twin flame. This is what they're trying to tell you. They're telling you they are thinking about you, that they love you, that they miss you, that they want this commitment with you. So again, these songs are Dance of the One, You Are So Beautiful, I Don't Want to Miss a Thing, Everything I Do It for You, Forever Isn't Long Enough, Now That I've Found You, and Sweet Reunion. Okay. Well, actually, I have one more thing. And also, I just pulled a card to ponder on. It says, what is your gut telling you to do right now? What is your gut telling you to do right now? Well, that's all I have for this new moon reading here we go, in Taurus. I do hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button. And if you're interested in a private reading, please email me at, I'll just put up on the screen. Twin Flame Alchemist Tarot at gmail.com. And tomorrow is Thursday. I will have another Divine Masculine Energy update where I'm going to ask a few more questions, kind of like a deeper reading from Sunday. So Sunday I do my main Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine Energy reading, and then I go deeper into the reading on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So join me tomorrow for that. Otherwise, thank you so much for joining me. I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye.